So today is Wednesday, December 14th, and quick update. Um, Today I did not go live because when I woke up, it's already 45, 9:50. So it is an hour past due the session start. So I decided to just keep the last hour to basically trade by myself, and yeah, essentially the market today was trending a little weirdly. Um, so let's go ahead and go to the bigger time frame and break this down. So higher time frames here, you can see from the high to the low. My bad, from the low here to the high. There is a 4-hour OB, so I marked it down right here. There's a 4-hour OB here formed before was it before 9? So I marked it down here. Fibonacci from the low to the high, 50%. So I know that there is buy side liquidity that can gather up here, and then people are going to just buy in here, and price will most likely continue to push upside. So 3 hour, the same thing. I'm marking up, and the major thing to take out of this leg of structure is of course the 50% retracement, and that means that price is in fact um, in an area where it has gathered buy side liquidity. And like I said before, price will most likely continue to push upside. So zooming down to the 1 hour, see any major levels. So I marked the major levels down as well. So 3 hours right there, so that's pretty clear. And then 1 hour zooming down, there's nothing there. Back to, oh my bad, back to candlestick charts. You can see 1 hour time frame order block. I didn't mark it down because when I woke up, it's already left the level. It's already residing in the middle here. So I only mark up this 1 hour OB, which is the bigger one upside. So for stop loss reasons, not really for the whole, you know, um, interest zone to take a sell in. Is more or less like an area where I would take my profit off. So 1 hour time frame here, price come back down to this level, and then when price push up in the middle here, this is where price resides when I was on the chart and I work up. So zooming down to 30 minutes, you can see that price have broken through the previous 30-minute OB, and there are a few opportunities you can see here. So let's go ahead and go into this chart. Um, this chart here was around 9, so if I wake up on time, I got up on time. This is what I could have caught. So price come up, like I said. This is the 30 minutes OB right here. Price is still within that 30 minutes OB. So when it reaches at that area, and there's a 5 minute as well as a candle hint on the 15 minutes here as well, you can see like that. If there's a 5 minute interest zone, and then price basically formed this mini transition on the 1 minute. Price come back up. I push all the way through into this level here, and because we still have an area where price can potentially push even lower, and we're in within this level, and it is a setup, so might as well just take it. Price come back up, form this candle here, closing within this order block. That's the 3 minutes, I think as well. Yep, 3 minutes there. The stop loss going to be above the this high. So price come up, close within the candle. Next candle open and remained. Third candle open and remained, and we can enter right here, right before the third candle closes. And this is an opportunity and push down to the 103, or just draw the Fibonacci all the way down to minus 27, which is from here to here. And you can see that price have reached that on the candle hint on the other time frames as well. Essentially, that's a 1 to 3 result ratio if we got up on time and potentially take the trade. And the second trade here, potential is going to be higher, but this one is a little bit more manipulative. And of course, um, this one was is even if I got this on a live trade, it wouldn't have been a good area to take a trade in. And I should probably extend my stop loss a little bit higher just because the potential of the trade is high. Um, so let's zoom down here. This is the trade pre-trade, right? This is when I was still asleep. This trade happens when I was still asleep. So when price come back down here, I know that we are trading in the zone, right? In this within the range, so that even if price continue to my bad. Um, we are trading inside the range, so even if price broke through here, it doesn't matter as much. We're gonna take the first profit here. But because this is a counter trend, overall macro trend, this is a counter trend, and we're residing within the 1 hour and of course the 30 minutes OB recently as well. So that's why we just going to ride the market down and within the range, and that's pretty much it for this counter trend trade down. But once price have been within the zone, um, we have more of a trend of like more confidence in terms of buying in the market. So with that said, when price pushed all the way down here, it's still within the big range, you can say. And so it's formed this kind of transition. It's not really a good transition, like an in the book transition, but we see some buy orders, some buy side pressure start picking up. One, two, three, four. Come price coming back down, retrace. One, two, and then continue down. So basically here people are buying in, losing some power because sellers are coming in the market, and then reside and then respecting this 1 minute OB here, and then buyers come in and push all the way upside, broke through the previous two high. That means that there are a large surplus of buyers coming in, and this stop loss will probably be lower down here. So when price come back down onto this level, I want to see a price broke through, right? I want to see price break through the previous two high, and of course when price come back down, we need to wait for it to basically remain within this order block area, and it remains. And the thing is, that result ratio, because it was looking a little bit weird. So that's why I'm just going to aim for minus 27 of the projected trade to that height. And then of course, because of that, I want to see a clear transition. This one has made that the mini transition, and when price come back down again, this candle close within, the next candle open, we can just enter right here. Um, Around 1 to 3 to minus 27 and call it. And then, the stop loss, initially, the stop loss, we have put it right below this 1 minute candle, 1 minute order block, which case it is not that great. I would say, because this is the forming, it's not really a Lego structure order block or a Lego structure, how do I call it? Lego structure stop loss. So the stop loss is supposed to really be below a certain threshold. Um, And so this is supposed to be the stop loss right here. Let's go ahead and drag this down. So one, two, three, around 2.9. You can say it's just a three pip stop loss to round it up. And of course, the low to the high to just basically match up the projected trades, just like that. And basically, when price come back down here, it closes, and then we can just enter in right there. It's a little bit deeper, and because price have broke through the previous low right here, and price come back up once it's in this level. But the thing is, we are already residing in within this 30-minute OB, and like I analyzed on before, we even got into this area. We analyzed that the macro trend is still pushing upside. So essentially, the bigger stop loss here is just below the previous low, which is fine. And let's go to the 3 minutes. Those 3 minutes, the same thing. It's just voices, really loud, and there's really nothing going on here. We can just stop loss right outside the zone. So even if it breaks through here, then we know that it's gonna stop us out and price continue down. But it's essentially still respecting the lower. So with that said, just kind of project your trade so that your stop loss is below the previous range instead of just in within the range. And of course, if it looks like this, if it's a little bit deeper like this, I would suggest you to just go ahead and like what was I saying? If it's deep in within like this, just suggest to if it's a second trade, then take profit along the way and just kind of extend it so it's the best price as possible. Um, so it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, essentially from then on, you can just draw for the Fibonacci from the low to the high. Got the candle hinge right there. And then this trade potential is all the way up there, or you can ride even all the way up here as well. So let's return to the live chart and just go on the recent hunt. So after price left the range, you can see here that the price have left the range. Where was it? Uh, right here. It's all the way down here. After price left the range, you can see the 15-minute OB form along the way. So I'm still drawing Fibonacci from the low to the high, kind of expecting it to come back down and retrace, but it never did. Um, Along the way, however, we do have 5 minutes order block in place. If you can even close out order block, and we do have really we have a dynamic zone here because it is like a really aggressive one. I wouldn't really risk 1%. This is more or less just a 1%. Just a half a percent, like 0.5 of risk if you were really want to go into the trade because it is the trade with the trend. So come back down here, draw Fibonacci from the previous 15, all the way up to the high. We match up with the 3-minute OB we form here as well, and 1 minute zone of interest. So as soon as this candle closes, we can enter around there, basically respecting the 3 minute, and then price pushes up all the way to the candle hinge to the left, where we have marked the high of the wick. Let's zoom out so you can see. Yep, you can see right here the 1 hour OB wick. I mark it up, and then that's going to be take profit, and the potential is still pushing up even higher. Or you can wait. We can wait until price come back down to this 5 minutes here. We don't have any 15 minutes. That's a bummer. But when price come back down to the 5 minutes here, a little bit lower, so you can see price come down to the 5 minutes. Too low in my opinion. It's too low in my opinion. And even though it still respects, you can see that has not broken through. It respect exactly at that point. I wouldn't really suggest going go ahead and buy in instead, unless you see a good transition right to the previous candle here. So 5 and 3, I want to see this candle broken, and this wick has been broken, and it continues upside. But as it, yeah, essentially all of this is we have a few opportunities today. Like I say, the first two opportunities here. And of course, another opportunity here when price have left the zone. We didn't really see price come back down to the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci. Still pushing higher. We really see price pushing to the Fibonacci, and you can see there it's 11, so I didn't really take a trade anymore. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I would probably do something tomorrow because the FTMO challenge ends on Sunday, which is not that great considering 14 days is 14 calendar days. I only trade 1 to 8 days out of those, so like half the time. And even so, less than half. Let's just go on the FTMO account, the metrics to see. 1 second, I'll log it in. Cool. So here it is. First one, not pass, and of course the analysis after the thing half close. Your first one, 85 bucks, and then just straight all the way down. So you can see there, just a straight way down. There's nothing really going on there. But this challenge that I'm taking here, it's looking pretty good so far. This one number 0. This one here first trade, minus 500. This one here a little bit more, should have been 2%. So the next loss kind of like balance it out. So you can see here, it took a dip at the beginning, got the momentum 1 to 3. So one trade basically pushed me through the threshold, and then another trade here for another loss and another trade, and then pushed me right up here to the profit level, really just right there. Just take a 1-on-1 risk ratio, and that's pretty much it. Um, but yeah, essentially, we didn't really trade even 5 days yet. Tomorrow, I didn't really open any trade today because I'm out of the zone. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to aim for any result ratio at all to push the challenge through, the demo through to 5 trading days, as well as getting the net profit target. But yeah, essentially it's fine. You can see here 1%, 1%, 1%. This is a total of 50 win rate. But at the same time, we have 1 to 3 every time too. So yeah, essentially it's going well so far. I'm not gonna touch too much about it, but yeah, what helps me is that I have pull the trigger. What helps me is that I have pulled the trigger on certain things, and so it helps me just go in the market instead of just meeting the super strict criteria. It's just me in the market and seeing with the charts. That's all. But yeah, today opportunities. I didn't take it on FTML. Tomorrow we are going to probably going to be our last day. Meeting the 5 days minimum, as well as probably I'm going to aim for 1% for tomorrow to just finish the demo strong. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Stay strong.